The role of youth in nation building is to provide fresh perspective and energy to drive economic development and social progress. As future leaders of the nation, one of their responsibilities is to ensure that they contribute in ensuring that our society is better for everyone. It is said that the path to a brighter future for Nigeria lies in her ability to properly harness the full potentials of the youth. I mean, their resilience, their hard work, their tenacity, their unity and their strength and their unwavering commitment will come together to propel Nigeria to a brighter future. The question is this. Right now, are the youth in Nigeria actually contributing to decision-making governance that their forebears did? Yesterday, Thelma reeled out the name of great Nigerians who served this country in their youth, some of them in their 20s. I mean, we had the president that was in his 20s. My name is Patience Eloy Abba, and I am always with a delectable, beautiful Thelma.
Patience, that was just totally amazing. We had a great time yesterday,
Yes, we did.
We had the likes of Mr. Koji and our youth leader. You know, he does free work.
Yes,
you call it freelancing for a volunteer. He teaches people chemistry
amazing,
all over the world. We, Patience and I, have a rare privilege. We start with forecasters who told of what is necessary at this time. Youths, we have full confidence in your capacity to deliver even before you are called. And already some are doing just that. But we say all. We have the solid strength of 70% of our population being young. 30. That means we have vibrant innovation.
We're positive. We're always positive and optimistic.
See my hands, Patience.
Yes, I'm going there too.
I'm going to welcome Dip. Namaste, Dip.
Namaste.
Raise your knee, walk towards your trunk. Namaste. Hello to everyone. I am Diptiranjan Mohanty, a trained yoga teacher from High Commission of India, Abuja. She is Tinasi. Today we will do two pranayamas, Kapalbhati and alternate nostril breathing. Pranayama. Pranayama is the combination of two words, prana and ayama. Prana means life force or vital energy. Ayama means extension or expansion. So the meaning of pranayama is extension and expansion of the dimension of the vital energy or prana. Now we will start Kapalbhati Pranayam, the frontal brain cleansing breath. Kapal means frontal brain, Bhati is the cleansing. So when we do Kapalbhati, it should clean our frontal brain. Those who are suffering from heart disease, vertigo, high blood pressure, hernia, any abdominal surgery, they should avoid this pranayama. And in case of pregnancy, women should avoid this pranayama. This is a heating pranayama. So we'll do 10 rapid forcefully exhalation. When exhale, simultaneously contract your abdomen towards your back. Now we'll start. Relax your shoulder, relax your facial muscles. Now 10 times rapid exhalation. Start. With closed eye, do it 10 times. When you last exhale, contract your abdomen. Maintain this posture. Slowly release your abdominal muscles. This is one round. Likewise, we will do 5 rounds of Kapalbhati pranayama. Once more, 10 times rapid exhalation and contract your abdomen towards your back. Start. From 10 rapid exhalation, we can increase 15, 20, up to 50. Now we perform the variation of Kapalbhati with each nostril. Now close your right nostril through your right thumb. Exhale through your left and simultaneously contract your abdomen towards your back. When you exhale, know that you should breathe out from your abdomen. Start 10 times rapid exhalation. Release your right hand. Now close your left nostril through your left thumb. Now exhale through right nostril. Exhale from your abdomen. Start 10 times. Release your left hand. Now breathe in slowly. Breathe out. Kapalbhati has a cleansing effect on the lungs and is a good practice for respiratory disorders. It balances and strengthens the nervous systems and tones the digestive organs. It purifies the nadis and removes sensory distractions. It energizes the mind for mental work and removes sleepiness. It removes mucus and also strengthens the abdominal muscles. Thank you for joining this yoga session. See you next time. Namaste. Raise your knee, walk towards your...
I was trying to do that and Alex said I should be careful, I should not fall. Why would I fall? Is it because I'm not sitting on a mat? Alex, mind yourself. Anyways, while we go on the break, we'll move to our lounge proper to receive in preparation for the show to start.
Yes, we are already in the house.
Yes.
We can't wait for you to get to meet
Meanwhile,
them.
we'll go on the break.
Many have described Nigerian youths as the voice for change. And that voice for change is the innovation that we need for today. Francis is doing all that he can to bring to the forefront what youths are doing, what they ought to do, and how they can shape and change the narrative at this time. Francis, tell us more, please.
Reflecting on Nigeria's journey towards national rebirth requires an understanding of the past, present, and future aspiration of its youth. Delving into the patriotism exhibited by the nation's founding fathers unveils a deep sense of devotion and sacrifice for the collective good. However, the landscape of patriotism today differs, characterized by a blend of cynicism, disillusionment, and apathy among some segment of the youth population.
Youth play a lot of role in terms of participating in democracy because the issue of governance is key to the youth development. We need to promote youth inclusiveness and party in governance, and that has been able to help a lot. Youth need to take part in their nation building. And one area they have to come in is that since we have accepted democracy, now we're in Fourth Republic. Democracy has come to stay in terms of elections, even if you have challenges. But for you to be in governance today, you have to go through the structure, which one of it is the political party. Youth need to be part of the political party that form the government. From political party structure, from there, you can vie for any position, either the party administrations or through that you become legislator and also executive. But the patriotism at that time is high. Also, if you look at it, at that time, it's the advent of that independence, then they fought for independence. So what was their age as at the time that agitation for independence took place, and they were able to win, and they just stayed in the power and they tried to continue to consolidate.
Despite the challenges posed by ethnic, religious and regional divides, young Nigerians are actively engaged in fostering unity and understanding across these faulty lines. Through grassroots initiatives, interfaith dialogue and cultural exchanges, they are breaking down barriers and promoting a shared sense of identity as Nigerians first and foremost.
We are now in the era of technology. The ages of those guys who own Facebook, WhatsApp, what is their age? But because of technology, that in governance and transforming society, the youth should be able to bring about what can galvanize prosperity, leaving behind issue of ethnicity and religion. So you cannot today be thinking about tribe and religion. It's myopic.
The enactment of the Not Too Young to Run Bill in 2018 marked a significant milestone in Nigeria's democratic evolution, empowering young Nigerians to actively participate in political processes and aspire for leadership positions previously deemed inaccessible.
Challenges I can say the youth are also having its issue of economic power. Because today in politics, you need a lot of economic power to be able to take part. How much are they selling the form? How much do you need to campaign? And now to the issue of even vote buying in some cases. So this is the problem.
In envisioning the future of Nigeria, young people are filled with hopes, dreams and aspirations for national development and growth.
Think of how do you galvanize this prosperity that has not been tapped. You could see by the time we tap it, we're the top notch in the world in every aspect. Because our geography, the environment is so much rich. So we need people with vision, with knowledge and wisdom to galvanize it.
Our focus on Weekend Deal today will be on youth and national rebirth.
Welcome back. One of the questions people ask a whole lot these days is whatever kind of relationship they ask, what are you bringing to the table? Now, we've said that the youth are the future of our country. The next question I would ask is, what exactly are they bringing to the table? Does it go beyond signing the bill, not too young to run? What has happened to that bill and all? There's one thing I know that the youth can bring to the table and cast an effective change, positive change, is innovation. So Ben has put together this beautiful contribution, and the title is Innovation for Tomorrow. Let's watch, then we can talk.
The young human mind is very inquisitive and sharp, wanting to do more than is currently humanly possible and still able to learn from their mistakes and strive on. In Nigeria, tech innovators are popping up almost every day, solving problems which currently affect us. So, one wonders if they are able to contribute to Nigeria through what they do.
Yeah, so if you take a look at the statistics, about 60%, more than 60% of young people in Nigeria are below the age of 25, and you can see how tech is enabling the future for young people and how they don't just use these technologies, but they innovate these technologies. So from the startups and businesses that are growing in Nigeria, you can see that they are being championed by young people. Look at Wella Health. If you look at Money Africa, for example, and you look at Old School, how they are trying to provide opportunities for young people to even learn tech. So they're creating a platform for people that might not necessarily have the opportunity to skill up and even contribute more in terms of talent development to Nigeria.
What issues have they been able to tackle currently?
Okay, that's interesting. So, Alt School is doing well in terms of educating young people. We can look at Chess in Slums, which is more like a social enterprise where they empower young children on the street with different skills. And then if you look at Wella Health, they try to provide health services to Africa in general. And you look at Tespire. Tespire is an edtech platform that provides quality education in terms of technology.
What challenges do innovators have in Nigeria?
So there are a lot of challenges that actually exist, especially when trying to start businesses that are tech-enabled or tech-related in Nigeria. First of which is the infrastructure deficiency. We can see that we have unreliable power supply, and that is actually a big problem because it's needed to be able to function or operate business effectively. We also, if you don't also have internet, good internet coverage, in fact, that's one of the biggest challenge in terms of infrastructure that young people face in terms of business development and operations. And also one of the most important is lack of funding. Innovation cannot strive without funding, right? You can have idea, and without proper backing in terms of money and all of those things, you tend to even use the capital you have to service the infrastructure that is needed.
Any solutions?
The governments can actually do more in terms of providing support to those that have innovative ideas, and these ideas are not just going to stay within the confinement of Nigeria, but add positively to economic growth. Take for example, now we have the Ministry of Communication just pull up a funding and say 100 of startups applied, and we can see that okay, out of 100 you're able to fund 50. At least out of that 50, we can see that maybe 2 or 3 are even more successful, and if they are successful, probably like the Facebook of the future.
Nigerian youths from birth are always inventing with their curious minds, looking for something that will stand them out from others, and hence innovators are always striving to solve one of many Nigerian challenges.
They are actually providing solutions not just in fintech, but in the health sector, in the agricultural sector. A lot of some startups actually provide empowerment for you to get employed. So yeah, an average Nigerian again is very, very innovative.
Amazing. What Semban and the person he spoke with have brought to the fore are issues that we already know. They are there. They are in the open. We could call them open secrets, if we may. Yesterday, Mr. Akoji said that the best time to birth innovation is when resilience meets challenge. Then you tap on untapped resource in you, and you birth innovative parts that many can latch onto.
Given the topic, we're talking about youth and national rebirth. Permit me to start introducing you by saying our first guest is Young. He is a research consultant and public affairs analyst, Ocheku Morgan Ocheche. Let's see him virtually, then we'll meet him.
You're welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having me here.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, we have another guest. She's a lady. First, she is a lady. She's a songstress. She's a musician, but first of all, she's a patriot. She is Josephine Ogale Abraham. She's the founder and CEO, Love to the World Initiative. And when you get to meet her, you know exactly what we're talking about. Let's get to see her profile.
Yes, say hello to Nigerians.
Hello, Nigeria.
You're such a pleasant human being. You just talk and smile. Okay, to get this conversation started, I'll start with Mr. Chiche. You're the only man here, so your gender sensitive. That's why, I mean, it should be ladies first, but because you're the only man here, we're starting with you.
That's nice.
I like that.
Blessed is this man amongst women.
Okay, let's go there. I like your confidence. Okay.
A lot still needed to be done from the angles of the youth.
Okay.
And when we are talking about national rebirth and how it affects youth, I also want to talk from the perspective of what we are confronted with as a people today, what we have available to work with, and then where we are coming from, where we are at the moment, and where we intend to be in the future. Now, if you want to juxtapose between events that has happened in the past and the current reality, you feel that a lot has not been done, and our progress is not the way it ought to have been. And this is because I feel a lot of young persons in the country are beginning to lose hope in the project Nigeria. And a lot needed to be done to actually put hope back on track with regards to what the youth should do and believe in.
Give them a sense of belonging.
Exactly. And that is where we will not only be talking to our youths, we should also talk to the ruling class, because a lot is dependent on what they do and brings to the table. I'm saying this because we have had stories of in the past where leaders will say during our times when we went to school, everything was virtually free for us. We were on free meals. We were even paid some tokens as allowances and the rest of it. If you have a system like that, it is more like to whom much is given, much is expected. You understand?
Okay.
Now,
Okay, but just hold on. Let's rest it there. We'll come now to the leaders. Let's hear from Josephine. Josephine, you've heard what Ocheko has said, but let's go to what you represent. How vital or vibrant is love with regard to unity, progress, and development? Someone tells me that you place a lot of emphasis on love in terms of relationship between Nigerians, in Nigeria and elsewhere.
Yes, the reason I place a lot of emphasis on love is because something about love makes you selfless, right? So you just really consider the other person as well as yourself. You love your neighbor as yourself, right? So because of that, there are things you won't be doing. Before you take any step, you think, how is this going to affect the other person as well? Even for just as little as driving on the traffic, you just think, if I take this step, how does it affect this person? For things as little as that, with love, if I care about you enough to care about how it affects you, I have transferred something to you. You have it, so you give it to the next person. You give it to this. So it goes.
The cycle goes.
Yeah, the cycle goes round. And at this point, you're just thinking humanity. You're not thinking of where does she come from?
Yeah.
What religion? What do you believe in? You're not thinking that way. You're just thinking of a fellow human being. How does this impact this person? So if you see somebody who is full of frowns and feeling distressed and feeling frustrated, and I just come and give you a smile, like I'm smiling now, right?
Yeah, lovely smile.
So if I give you this smile,
Ocheko smile.
it's going to impact you in a certain way.
Yes.
It's going to make you feel good. And because you feel good, some of the tension is removed.
Yeah.
So you meet the next Nigerian and you're passing on this expression. So everybody's relaxed enough to just do. If I consider you, you consider this person, the other one considers
You
that
pay it
person.
forward.
Exactly. So we'll be able to work together as one towards one goal to make Nigeria good.
All of us.
For all of us. So, but where we're working without love at all, everybody's just striving for what am I going to get? What am I going to get? And that makes you not even think of anybody. And the only thing you think about the other person is like, is this one going to be an obstacle? No, it has to leave my way. So you're not reasoning properly. You're not even thinking about what you can contribute.
Do you think the youth of today, given that opportunity, they can deliver?
In all fairness, I would say that would be quite a difficult task. But that is not to say it is not obtainable.
Okay.
I'm saying so because if you want to make references, especially when it comes to research, you draw your samples and then you draw your conclusion from what you have within the samples. You understand? Now, if you want to sample the youth population in this country, and then you want to look for such individuals like you just mentioned, out of every 100, how many can you get? It is possible within 100 you don't even get any. It is possible.
Let's go to 1,000 or 10,000.
It is possible within 1,000 or 10,000 you get 1 or 2. Now that doesn't tell well of a society like Nigeria.
What is going on? Because I do know that, I don't know, the narratives keep changing. We hear of cyber crimes and all that, and that's not who we are. What can we do to bring them and the true Nigerian spirit imbibed in them again? You know?
Okay, let me speak frankly here.
Yes, please do.
Now, I think the part of our national development that is very, very vital has over the years been faced with monumental neglects, and that is the educational sector. Yeah, if you educate the people properly, you will see the effect of education. But we have found ourselves within a society today where we have left undone what we ought to do and do what we ought not to do. That is where we have found ourselves, and whatever you see coming into us today is as a result of those things we have neglected over time. For instance, this is Abuja. Nigerians as a people have laid more emphasis on religion than they should on education, and for me that is wrong. And I always say this is Abuja. You come to Abuja around the central area. On this side, you see the National Mosque. On the other side, you see the National Church. In between is the National Library. The two are functional. The National Library, up until today, is uncompleted. You understand?
That already speaks to something.
Exactly. You understand? And you cannot gain what you want to gain from a society if you don't put things right.
Now I have to ask you to hold your thoughts. We'll come back. Very intriguing discourse. And we know that we need you to be part of the conversation. Help us to enrich our narrative on Weekend Deal today, talking about youths and rebirth in our nation, Nigeria. A break beckons, we'll take it. When we come back, we will continue to chart a course forward for our country.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is Weekend Deal, and the focus today is on youth and national rebirth. We had a conversation going on before the break, and our guests are still here. I will continue the conversation with Mr. Morgan Ocheche. Hi. You said something profound, and my sister continued on that line. The fact that we need to educate our youth to bring them back to where we should be as a people. Now, given the gap that has been created, given the gap as it is now, we all know there's a gap. And that's why there's that apathy. They're on their side. All of a sudden, they look at the other side as enemies. You know, what do you think that this gap can be bridged as it is now? Moving forward, can we bridge the gap and say, come to center stage, let's do Nigeria together, like you said, the Nigerian project together?
Of course, it can be bridged.
Okay.
It can be bridged. But again, we must understand that we will not just wake up overnight and see things in place. Okay. To the glory of God, I think we have a government in place that is bold to take up the challenges, to actually confront some of those issues. And we're not promised that those things are not going to come with what we are facing at the moment.
Challenges, yeah.
Of course, moments like these are actually going to come because it takes just a moment to destroy, but take longer period to actually
build,
effect repairs. And if going by what Mr. President keeps saying and what his body language speaks, I think he has started on a better footing for all of us. And the only thing I will encourage the youths of this country to do is be patient and watch with where Mr. President is going in that regards. And then where you feel things are not going the way you feel they should go, you come out and speak up. But you have to be very, very constructive in your
patriotic.
In your thought and be patriotic. And now talking about patriotism, I think youth of this country have actually not really done well in that light.
Okay.
For some of us that have been privileged to travel a few times, you go to countries and people will commit crimes or do things wrong and they will feel the weight to say it. They won't say. But in Nigeria will come, even for what they have not done yet, they can come and say, yes, I have done this. They've not done it yet. You understand? So why should we glorify what is not, what shouldn't be glorified? Right. You understand? And then a lot boils down to moral, like we always say. It starts from the home front. It starts from the home front. Yeah, in the past, we've had parents watching over their kids properly, like they want to know if you're back from school, your parents will want to know what you were taught in school, have you done your assignment and the rest of it. But all of those things are fizzled out from the society today.
If you brought a pencil in your bag when you were younger, a pencil, from the door, my mother will open your bag, okay, don't check, we'll sit down, assignments, you start working. If you bring a pencil, a sharpener that's not your own purchase,
yes,
it will be story for the entire community. The neighbors, our neighbors would hear. After you have been disciplined, they will report you to Mama this, Mama Henry, Mama Joy. Everybody will now know that you are picking people's things in class. I know you are itching to respond to what Morgan has said, but let us bring a package that will lend more credence to what he has shared with us, and then we'll come back and continue our discourse. Uju's been doing some research focused on patriotism then and patriotism now. Is it only the youth who sometimes do not feel welcome or have a sense of belonging in this nation, Nigeria? Uju, you did your research. Please share what you found.
I pledge Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity, and upon her honor and glory. So help me God.
He wants me not to bring this phone to sleep now. It's missing. It's missing. Oh my God. What's wrong with you? What happened? I'm looking for my new phone. Oh my God. That phone that you bought just today that took selfie with here? Oh my God. You lost it. Oh my God. Okay, you should have said can you remember when last you put away? Oh, so I'm babysitting your lunchbox. Yeah, this thing. Wait. Oh my goodness. No. Because it's my phone. It's yours. It's yours. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Here. I know it's my mama.
What is going to leave the town?
Yeah? Are you going to leave the country?
To go where?
Don't see. Remember our pledge. Remember our pledge. Yeah.
I know about our place and I pledge to serve my country with all my strength.
I will perform my functions.
I will perform my functions
honestly,
to
the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
Faithfully,
in
accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
In accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And the law.
And the law.
Nigeria looking much more promising in the second half. Great ball, Musa!
William Trostikon. Straight down the middle and Nigeria lead. Stella Sublime.
Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God.
Okay, we're still talking about youths finding their space in governance and decision making in order to propel us to where we should be as a people. And Thomas said something while we were on break. Where can we find a common ground? Where can we really galvanize our youth to do what they should do? And this message also runs it home. He says, good morning, my name is Awabam Chinedu, texting from Odukwe Street in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. I want to say thanks for this topic today on Weekend Deal. In a situation where so many youths are skilled footballers, but no support or sponsor, some learn handiwork, but no capital, and governments are empowering the older men, forgetting the leaders of tomorrow. My question is there any hope for recreation and a better Nigeria? And I quickly would want to add to that to say that, like the music industry, have you been on the internet to see the number of fresh talents that are singing and they are doing, some you watch them and you're like, this is raw talent from Nigeria. There are so many of them, nowhere to plug in, nobody to promote what they do. Do you think the government, I know it's a private sector driven space, but do you think the government can look that way and empower some music labels to come up and, harness all these amazing talents?
Jennifer
sings. Take it away from there. You sing. Because that is one place that is loaded with talent.
Josephine,
yes.
So, okay, yes.
Ogali, I like your name because my daughter's friend is also Ogali.
It's Ogali.
Yeah.
You really have to be skilled to pronounce that name.
Ogali.
Okay, is that Delta or
It's Delta? What it means is simple. Blessing.
Ogali.
Yeah.
Please take it from there, Ogali.
Yeah, so we have, like you said, we have seen that music is something that everybody, if you put people in a classroom and say, let's talk, let's teach, some people lose concentration very soon. But if you bring music, then people listen. So it's really something that we can harness. So bring about national rebirth and national reorientation. talking about government, when we say government, who are we even talking to? Is it just the president? Because there are ministers. There are different tiers of government, right? There are ministers. There are people in the National Assembly, that are representing their constituencies. There are people in the House of Reps representing their constituencies. And then you have the governors. You have the local government chairpersons. You also have the councillors and all of this. So when we say government, who are we talking to? That's why I think that everybody's got to be creative at those points. And again, we're talking to youth now, right? The people we have in government right now, some of them grew from youth to become where they are today.
All of them?
Yes.
Everybody was a youth.
All of them, exactly, all of them. So I kind of think that this national rebirth we're talking about, we should not just narrow it to youths. Everybody needs a rethink right now. We've been doing what we've been doing, and it's not working. See where it got us. So thank God, like he said, Mr. President has come, and he's trying to say, you know what, let's do the right thing. Let's be transparent. Let's enjoy a bit. We're evolving. That's where we'll just be able to evolve, and then we'll forget the way that it has been since. So I think that every government agency should actually represent governments, represent the people well. If Mr. President has given you an appointment to serve Nigeria, for example, you are Minister for Youth and Sports, like the person who wrote just now, get creative. Forget yourself. You are there to serve the people.
I represent the youth. If you are youth,
yes, represent them.
For other youths, if you do not represent them.
Exactly. So get creative. Let's get creative. How can we get this thing done? Let's break the, all those bureaucracies and stuff.
Let's change the status quo.
So then that's one. You also have people who, ministers who are in charge of the entertainment or something. The entertainment industry have a minister representing them. And I think I like what I like the way she's thinking. Yes, so I like the way she has started. Yes. Let's support her, come with ideas, but not selfish ideas. Because sometimes when people come to you with these ideas, at the back of their mind, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? So that gets in the way of something good that's already started. So you just scatter.
So patriotism should be at the forefront.
Yes. So this national rebirth, it should be everyone. Even if you're 100 years old, let's think again. So that you can have something to pass across to the youths. Who's going to empower the youth? Is somebody who already thinks progressive. That's the person who will empower youths. We brought a number of youths together before when we went to those local governments and we told them, please, let's do an experiment. Let's see how many of these youths who can change their mindset. And we asked for nominations from local governments, from even president generals or communities. Bring nominations from your communities. But you know what some of them did? They brought their cats, their dog, their rats, so you see the whole list was only their family. Okay, but we needed to get creative enough to solve the problem without creating more problems. So we said, okay, no, we are changing these ones and we're sending back to the community to work in the communities and change others. Your family alone will be able to do this work.
Indeed.
So spread it.
Indeed.
And let everybody get involved.
There could be somebody from the next compound that has the
talent. And it worked. It worked. Right? Oh yes, it worked. Some of them have been into skills that they love, and they are doing
amazing.
This is not like come and take wheelbarrow, come and do this. No, we found out their natural inclinations. And I discovered in the course of working with these youths that all they just need is transparent leadership.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, transparent leadership that shows that truly we care.
We care about
It's not
you.
lip service. It's not like just take all these things here and keep quiet and don't disturb us. Because some of those empowerment things you see, you think you're deceiving the youth, but they know. They know that you just want to bribe them so that they can keep quiet.
Some of them are wiser than we are.
Yes. So, but if you come honestly, that you really truly care, that's where love comes in.
Love comes in.
And you show that you really care about their progress. They will cooperate with you.
Okay.
They will even come with innovations for you for how we can move things forward. Because you see, I saw youths go out from our program to go clear the streets.
Amazing.
Yes. I saw them go to government primary schools that were overgrown with weed I saw them go there after listening to us to go and
They
contribute
did it with
to
love.
the community. Yes, willingly.
Indeed.
Oh yes, willingly.
Josephine,
So they
thank
can
you.
change.
Very enriching
Nigerians can
discourse.
change, yes.
Let's hold our thoughts. Nice one. The messages are coming in. We'll be right back to tackle them. Ocheku is still here, of course. But a break beckons now, Weekend Deal. Let's take it. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. It's your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal. You know, this show is all inclusive. We include everybody. So it's time for us to go on the streets to get their views. And the focus today is, what does national rebirth mean to you? Let's hear them and then we can talk.
Hello. Welcome to Views from the Streets, where we bring you opinions of Nigerians. Today we will be talking about unity and patriotic vibes that keeps Nigerians as a people.
Patriotism, like a country, like Nigeria as a country. If you are being patriotic, that is, you carry the country at heart. Everything you do, you think of the country first. So the interest of the country is what you put first. That is what I know, and by patriotism.
Actually, to say that I love my country is something that can't be emphasized, because this is all I have. All Nigeria is all we have, and I'm a Nigerian. I'm proud to be a Nigerian, and I love my country so much. But with the recent development, the way things are going in our country, to say that I'm motivated to serve my country is just something that's out of proportion. Because to be sincere, most sincerely, I don't have that zeal. I don't have the drive again to do anything for my country. Come on, I mean, I'm not asking the government to provide food for me. All we are asking as Nigerian citizens from our government is to provide the enabling environment for us to thrive, for us to reach our fullest potential as citizens, for us to be self-reliant, for us to eat. Today, even to eat food in the Nigerian society is a problem to so many people. On the street, people are hungry, insecurity is at the peak, exchange rates are multiplied over the years, and just the economic situation and the social situation in Nigeria is nothing to write home about. Everything is not going well. So we asked our government to please review the things, to provide the basic enabling environment every Nigerian requires and needs to thrive and become the good citizen and the Nigerian citizen he or she has dreamt of becoming. That's all we are demanding, nothing more.
We expect good road network, healthcare, also production of food to reduce hunger in the country.
Yes, of course, I'm motivated to represent my country and to love my country more than I've done. Despite the economic situation we are facing in the country, that doesn't stop us from loving our country and creating a better future for us. What we just need in a country is just for us to have a better job opportunity for the people. Okay, we have graduates who are down seeking for work, job to do, and they cannot see the job to do. But what we should do as a graduate or as a youth coming up is for us to create work for ourselves, to have a self-employment to do. Like now, if I have a bakery that I'm baking, I don't need to go and look for a white-collar job to make a better life for myself. What I have to do for myself is just to make my business grow up and gain something. By that doing, make the country better.
There you have it, studio. Straight from the streets. Real talk about what national rebirth means to Nigerians. It is back to you, Patience and Selma. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
Many thanks, Sufyan. That has further enriched and enabled our discourse. And it's also charting us in different dimensions where we can make input. Earlier on, when Semben was talking with the youth, he mentioned power supply. He brought forth a small example where you had an idea the day before, you've gotten your data, you've gotten your laptop, you are seated in front, you want to start working early at 7, 8, and then the first day, second day, maybe even the third day, no blink of power supply. These young people on the streets also, as well as those who were middle-aged, also further enriched our discourse. Some talked about skill development. Then one young man mentioned enabling environment. He also brought to the table the level of insecurity we have, around us in some areas. Before we went on our break, before we went to join Sufyan, we talked about the impact that the family the home can make on the young people that we are birthing. So can we bring all of this together? And also a platform that youths can utilize to share their ideas. Sufyan went on the streets and was able to get 4 or 5 people to talk. We know there are many burgeoning, skilled people, young people who want to share ideas and talk about where it is pinching them and perhaps even prefer solutions. What platform ought they to utilize so that their ideas and their concepts can be heard and listened to? Ocheku,
That's
you
for me,
take
right?
off first.
Okay.
Josephine is not far behind.
Okay, it is quite appalling that we are where we are today. But again, all hope is actually not lost. I listened to that young man very well where he was talking about enabling environment. You come to agree that you may not blame all wrongdoings on the youth. If you go out to listen to a lot of persons talk, they will want to talk in the same light like that young man just spoke. Everybody actually wanted an enabling environment for them to work, because there are things you do that you need an enabler. There are failures that come in that are systemic. For instance, look at the system today. We barely survive on 3 to 4 hour power supply in a day. And then you have a system where you need power supply for persons to work for between 10 to 12 hours. And then you are cutting short about 8 to 9 hours of power supply for a thing that requires for a thing that requires 12 hours of power supply to be done. And you want to achieve results. How possible is that? As much as we are engaging the youths and trying to make them see reasons as to why it has to be country first. We also want to talk to policymakers. We also want to speak to leadership that it is a collective effort. Like this national rebirth is a collective effort that is coming from the side of the youths and also from the side of leadership. From the side of leadership, you have to do what you are assigned to do. You have to do what you are elected, what you are entrusted to do. If you do that, and then leave the rest to the youth to see if they will do their own part. If we all begin to look in the light that everybody must do their own bit, starting from family, to the youth, to the ruling class. If everybody start doing their own bit, you will see that everything will start coming together naturally. It's not rocket science when you see countries survive. And very, very, very pressing, we must also look inwardly. Because what has actually hampered development in our country with regards to youth today is because we want to bring the realities in America to Nigeria, knowing fully well that our economic situations are not peculiar.
It's not ready for it.
It's not ready for it.
Josephine, you want to add to what Ocheku is saying?
Yes. Talking about youth, I'm sure that so many of them are watching this program right now. And the thing is this, I still talk about mindset change. I still talk about morality. Because what has brought us this far is the degradation of morals. It's not just only people in government that have caused this problem. Sometimes you even get into government positions, right? And you want to work. But the people who you think are the poor, they sabotage you because they've grown used to
handouts.
Yeah, handouts. They've grown used to something called shwa kind of, right? So they come and suggest to you that, oh, God, for this office now. So
that's what they do.
Yeah. If you say, no, I'm not that type. I don't behave like that, so everything should be straight. Then they work towards sabotage.
They start creating bottlenecks.
So what am I saying here? You know, it's easy to look at government and say, well, yeah, government and True Stones are government. So what's the government? Who did it? It's you.
So just we can go on and on. No wonder our certificates when we graduate from the university, they say this person has been found worthy in learning and in character.
And character.
Worthy of learning. And
in
now it's coming to resonate more with me. It's not about just learning the character aspect.
There's something that maybe we have experienced it or heard about it. For you to be relentless and to do what is right and proper and have long-term impact, you find that sometimes you begin to lose friends. If you want to stick to the straight and narrow and do things the way they ought to be done, you will lose friends, even family. But perhaps, Oche could tell us, is that what we need to start to do now? If our friends don't think Nigeria, do we really need them?
No, we really don't.
Oh, yeah.
We really don't. Because whoever, as a Nigerian, whoever doesn't think Nigerian today, don't even think you.
Yes.
You must accept that. And whoever doesn't think you, I think you should do away with.
I love that.
It's the truth. If we must move forward.
Okay, let me take this message, please. You know, a young man had written earlier to say that there's a whole lot going on that the youths are not benefiting from in Abakaliki. Somebody reached out to us and said, "Good morning, dear NTA crew at Youth and National Rebirth. This morning, I had a young man who sent text message in respect of discussion from Ebonyi State, Abakaliki. His text is misleading because our governor has a youth agenda, first. Even his cabinet is mostly youth and is doing so well. So tell the young man to call me so that we can do things together." She says she's working with Jacinta Nkwori, coordinator.
Good one, Jacinta.
Yeah, Jacinta from Ambassador
that.
for Peace, Ebonyi State. Thank you so much for reaching out. We will connect the young man to
you. See why it's good
that's
to
what we
send
talk
your
about.
messages in.
Send your
somebody
messages
watching,
in. Somebody
latch
watch.
And
I'm really impressed with Josephine you mentioned.
Jacinta.
Yeah, you understand? Because I'm more impressed with the aspects where she said the young man or the young lady should reach out.
Yeah, reach out.
Because some people could actually come and say this and they will not ask that you reach out. And in most cases, you will not realize that such statements are either politically motivated in order to cover one. Because she wanted to prove a point. She wanted to make the person see the light. She said, reach out. So
Jacinta, we are loving you here, Ebonyi State. Thank you, Ebonyi State. This is the kind of response we want people to do. Real time, real life responses.
Let's hear you.
And to every community, let's look for people who are ready to work and support them to work and support Nigeria.
This is how we do it. Our hands held.
We've
also talked about the reorientation of everybody. The youths have a role, but we all as Nigerians need a mindset reorientation. If we don't think Nigeria and if we don't start now, all the negativity that we are feeling out there is going to cascade back on us and those who are raising to come and take up positions in Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you for your message.